back, big scale back. It's hurting again. But I just have to do some work though. I just have to do some work. I will show you guys something that may be mine in the future, but I don't mind showing you. Would you like, well, not on me, not to show me, not right now, but I'm gonna show you that's something that could be mine in the future. Something a little start off with, get these walls painted, these floors redone. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I don't want to turn it on. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to give you guys too much. It's bad enough that I'm giving you what I'm giving you now. But this is in the bathroom. This is the living room right here. We're gonna have some things getting cleaned up and redone. This is the kitchen. Yes, indeed. I like it. And then this is the back room. Yes, indeed. The back room has another bed back there for maybe a guest. I think a door should go up here, but and maybe some type of shading, I guess. But it is something to start off with for real, and I can't wait. It's a blessing that someone can be a blessing to you, someone passing me down to you, so you can have. I'd rather have something like this than be out there on the streets. I'm just putting it out there. The offer is still up. It is still up. Some people can't even say that. Look, some people can't even open their own door. And I can say I can open the door. If I can go out here, look, I can walk around here butt naked. I can walk around here. Yes, I can, if I wanted to. But yeah, yes, indeed. I'm excited. You just never know what I have in plan, really in mind. And if I have to do this and do that with a person, I don't mind. Just as long as you pay your stuff on time. I don't need nobody half stepping. I need your whole stepping. I need you standing on business, okay? Because if I'm gonna put my weight, you need to pull yours too. We can't just be half stepping and not, making things happen. We gotta be adults and be responsible. Just don't get all in my shit. That's all I look. That's all I ask. Don't be getting all in my stuff if you know it's not yours. Okay? Because I don't have a big problem with that. I don't like that. That really irks my nerve. Yes, it does. Hey, you two cameras. That really irks my nerve. But yes, indeed. It's coming in the future. Future, I don't know how fast it may come, but it's coming. I can't wait, baby. That's why I'm trying to get some things in order. Okay? So I can get, my own little, mini mansion. I look at any place where I lay my head like a mansion. I don't look at it like, oh man, I don't have it like everybody else. Baby, it's a mansion. It's a mini mansion to me. And I'm appreciative of it. You goddamn right. I look at it like that. I ain't trying to sound uppity or bougie, but hell, this is where, this is being resigns for the time being. I like the other place too. Don't really want to leave there. But, I know sometimes you gotta fly, fly, fly away, fly away. You gotta go from the nest and be out there being the very best that you can. You gotta fly, fly away. Oh, you gotta fly away. Just know you'll be okay. You'll be okay if you just fly away. Yes, indeed. Sometimes you just got to do that. And I will too. One of these days, I will definitely, do that. And I can't wait for it at all. At all. Hey, I think your name is let me see. I can't see it. I think it's some. Let me see. Oh, Jet, what's up? Oh, I made that song up. I didn't write none. I don't write my songs. My jingles. I just made it up. I'm that talented. I'm like a rock. Look, I'm like a walking radio. If I'm feeling something, you just never know how I'm going to pull in a melody or a tune. But yeah, I just made that up off the dome. I'm just playing around. But I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that song so I can turn that into a song once again. Fly, fly away. You gotta fly fly. Don't get me started. We're not at a studio. Okay, we're not having any sessions. Don't get me started. You said nice voice, brother. Yeah, appreciate that. You know, people say I can't do it. Well, they said I can't sing, but it is what it is. Some people like it and some don't, and that's fair, you know. And that's what makes us all different. We all are not going to like the same people. We all going to feel some type of way about this person and that person. But you know what? That what makes the world. That doesn't really make the world go round and round. But it is what it is. That's who we are to this day. I mean, hey, we can't all just be the same. We all have to be different. You know, for real, we all got to be different. Be different like a mug. I don't mind being different. I've been different since I was, in elementary or junior high, no, middle school and high school. I've been different, and still am to this day. I'd rather be different than try to portray something that I'm not. Walking around trying to act like I'm a thug. Just doing them utmost, and that's not really me. I'm more so a quiet person. I don't really like to be bothered. I'd like to be around, really nobody. I don't mind being around folks, but that's only when I want to be around folks, not when folks want me to be around them. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But other than that, I'm a good people person, I think. Just don't piss me off because I won't never fuck with you ever again. In real life, lately on the net. Certain ones they do get on my ish list, But in real life I don't, if we didn't had some words of falling out, we ain't talking no more, And that goes, that really goes for some of my male friends, whenever I feel like they're on some BS, yeah, I ain't gotta talk to you. I'll put them on timeout for a while, eventually we'll talk. But if it get kind of greasy, we gotta fight. We ain't never come back from that. Some friends come back from having like real altercations. Which is something to me. I couldn't imagine just fighting my friend that I consider a brother or a sister. I just couldn't imagine me putting my hands on someone that I say that I care about a lot. Yes, indeed, I couldn't imagine it. But you guys, hold on, I'll be right back. Just fly. Spread your wings and fly. You got to fly away. But yes, indeed. You guys, I did see little Bow Wow's video that he posted 11 days ago. And now people are tripping about him taking the blood out of the man's mouth. Now, I'm not going to even lie to you. It did look a little homoerotic. It did. It looked a little homoerotic. A little gay. Okay, like, okay, you're a grown man. That's a grown man. He allowing you to take another, take an object out of, well, not an object, but a cigar, a blunt, whatever, out of your mouth, and you're not gonna say anything about that. I wish my homeboy would. Now I'd have had homeboys to kind of reach their hand out, if I was holding the blunt a little bit too long, and I gave it to him. But all this taking it out my mouth when it's in my mouth and you put it in your mouth, oh no, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And I'm surprised that, they should have cut that out because that looked gay. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, is that another nigga that you're having sex with? I'm just asking. That's what it looked like to the world. I promise you, it's the truth. I'll go over there and watch a little Bow Wow new video. Just it's in the first and it's kind of towards the beginning, so you will see it. But yeah, that was a little homoerotic right there. Oh my goodness. Taking things out of niggas. Look, is that what we're doing now? Nowadays, we're taking blunts and cigarettes and blacks out of our homeboys' mouths. That's what it looked like to me. I really didn't like that. Well, I liked it, but the folks didn't really like that. I mean, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, the folks didn't really like that. I don't see nothing wrong with it, but if you want to come off like you're straight, because there has been rumors, but I'm not going to go into those rumors, But if you are so quote unquote straight, I think you kind of wouldn't. You wouldn't want that out. That could have been a cut, or maybe y'all was just having a session and you like, you're passing that motherfucking blunt, and you just took it out of his mouth. But I don't know. I think folks gonna be looking at you a little different and look again. You know, they already, a couple of years ago, they was accusing him of being that way because he had did something with his arm when he was talking. But I think some men are just very that expressive. I didn't really think that he was that way, but you know, sometimes you just gotta watch yourself because I'm not trying to judge nobody, because I wouldn't want nobody judging me about me being me. He's little. I think he's probably a couple inches taller than I am, but yeah, he's just little Bow Wow. That's what he do. I don't think he's gay though, but that did look gay. You know from a woman perspective and probably from a straight heterosexual man perspective too as well. You know, gotta watch out. You gotta look. You gotta watch. You gotta watch out. You have to watch out for that type of shit. You got to watch out for that homo shit, cause they gonna accuse you of everything if they see you doing some gay things. Hopefully he can watch out on that. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Lovely D. Hold on, this man. I can turn light on. I need my glasses, and I don't have any glasses. It's been a long ass day. Lovely one, how you doing? All things Tiffany, what's up? Oh, you said keep moving faster. Forward, Castro. Oh yes, indeed. And we ain't got look. I ain't got no. I do not have time to be backpedaling. Who has time for that? Nobody. That's why I take my time with anything. Not with anything. Not with my money. I don't take time with that. But just you got to keep on doing you. Who cares about those exes and all the good times? Well, them times are over with. It's time to make new memories and new good times. You know what? You know what I'm saying? It's time. That's all I can say. Oh, I need my cup. My cup is outside. I don't feel like going to get it. I'm waiting on my ride to come get me. Because you guys, I don't drive. So I'm waiting on my motherfucking ride to come. Because it's just like I've been here since 10 o'clock this morning and it's 5. That's what's going on. It's probably 6 now. I was here since 10 to 6, and I was up on her really moving my muscles. And I'm glad I'm doing this because it's getting me an early start when I have to get back on a certain type of gig, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm back in the swing of things. So therefore, I gotta move them muscles around. Sometimes you gotta move them hips around. You know how SpongeBob obviously be talking about bringing around town. Look, that's what I'll be literally doing that, like moving them hip muscles, baby. Because sometimes your muscles can get stiff if you lay down in certain positions, and I don't like that. That really irks my nerve because it kind of can leave you in a pain in your lower back or your side, and especially you older people out there that's older than I am, because I'm only 33, so I can only imagine that you guys have to continue to kind of move side to side, and some of you guys don't have to do that, some of you guys to be watching what you eat and watching what you drink, which is important because sugar and salt have a lot to play when it comes to cramps, and other things, and muscle spasms. That's why I need to get in some Dr. Tissue. I can't wait to get in the tub after I have me a good old glass of wine for the work for the day. And I'm happy. And I really wish that my ride would hurry the hell up because I'm ready to go home so I can have me a meal and get back in my bed because look, right now I'm happy. Okay? I am happy to a T, baby. Woo! I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm happy. I may even go swimming on Friday. It depends on how I feel. Or better yet, I may go out to eat. I do want to try this place called Certified Pizzas. All things Tiffany, you may know about this. About this place, but I want to try that place one day, and I want to get me a good old meat lovers, and I may want to try one of their desserts. And I'm not really too big on the cake thing. I don't really too much like cake like that. It has to be coming from a bakery. I ain't gonna lie to you. Box cakes, I can't do them. I just can't do them anymore. They taste so different nowadays, and I don't like it. I need something moist. That's why. But you know what? The bakery is high as hell here. I can only imagine what they are charging just for a regular size cake. Especially if it's on a sheet. Well, I can only imagine. Or 2 or 3 tier. Oh my goodness! Like you're gonna be paying some money. For real. Like I didn't even have a birthday cake, and I don't, I wasn't tripping about that because the older you get, the less I don't know. It's like you don't care about your birthday, but it's like I don't really need the traditional things. I don't need the cake and the ice cream. Now it's all right to have like a dessert and anything, but if you ain't out- if you're not up to doing that, hell, get you some fruit. That's or somebody, or maybe better yet, set up a cake, get some ice cream, and maybe a little cookie. That's what I did this year, and I was happy. I don't be so depending on people to do this and do that, or me going out and doing it for myself. Because I mean, at some point, it's another day. It is what it is. Look. I celebrate myself really a lot. So it's just another acknowledgement of the year that I'm turning. Or the age that I'm turning in the year. So I am totally fine with that. But I will tell you, it's my party, and if I want to get bucked down and dirty and shake that ass on the floor, hey, I could. Don't get me wrong, I could. I'm not reading the comments, but I gotta read the comments. For real. Yeah, certified pies. I hope I didn't say certified wings. Boy, I gotta stop that. But yeah, certified pies. I gotta try that place. I really want to try it because I love pizza and spaghetti. Even though I know we can't eat too much of it, but I love it. Especially pasta. Any type of pasta. Chicken fettuccine, chicken alfredo, spaghetti, chicken spaghetti. Linguine stuff. Well, no, not. Well, I like linguine, but any type of pasta. I just love it. Hmm. You said God is working. God's working it out for you behind the scenes. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. I agree. It is. I haven't tried it. Everybody says it. Everybody said, Tiffany. Everybody says it's good, and I want to try it. I really want to shoot. I really want to. I really rather hit up a bar, get me a drink, then go over there, and then bam, tear it up. Or I can do it the opposite way. It don't matter to me. But yeah, one of these days I'm going to be going over there, and I'm going to be getting me a pie. Well, I'm gonna give me a pizza, and but I do want to try the Macintosh sweet potato pie that they got here on Asher. I want to try that, but I don't know how good that it is. So I would need somebody else of opinion about it because I don't want to waste money. I hate wasting money on things that I'm considering that's going to be good, and it don't be that good. And I'm like, oh man, I could have saved that. Or Betty, I could have just called. Betty, I could have just made it at home, or call somebody to make it up for me. Maybe if I said maybe if Brian comes down, we can go. Yes, we can. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Better yet, we can even look. We can pick up and go in somewhere, and we can go somewhere else because I don't want to be on Asher like that. Oh my goodness! Look, am I telling too much about the neighborhood over there? Even though I'm just like a mile down the street from it, but it's something, and somehow it is in different areas. It depends on where you go. But yeah, I'm such a naughty boy. And it's not even Christmas. Woo! Oh my goodness! But I love the hood though. But I don't like being in the hood for too long. Too many problems. Too many problems. Yes, indeed. I am ready to do some exercise. That's what I'm gonna need to do. Some exercise. Yes, indeed. Do some exercise and maybe get and look and go out and eat bad all over again. I'll work it off. I feel like I can, since I am young, even though my metabolism has slowed down, shoot, I'm not giving a damn. You only live once. I do watch what I do eat, but I do have a bad habit of eating at the wrong times of the night. You know, you said that begins. Hold on. Their burgers are amazing. At Macintosh. Oh, at Mac. Oh, I can't pronounce that. Hold on. How you say it? Oh, at the Macintosh. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm getting blurry eyed. I'm getting surgery though. I'm getting my surgery coming soon. I didn't know they served burgers. I thought they only served what was that? Just pies and maybe like chicken and ribs and stuff. But I didn't know they served that. Oh my goodness, they probably got fish there too. Ooh, I be missing on a lot of stuff. I be eating this. I'm so used to eating the same foods because I hate eating sharks now. Sharks used to be good when they first came to Little Rock, but now they just keep falling off to me. and they keep disappointing me. I guess it depends on the location, but you know what? Nowadays, when it comes to that business, it's not bad, but it also is not all the way good. From the fries to the fish, too much seasoning on the outside of the breading of the chicken. They're trying to get our pressure all up. Who got time for our pressure to be up? Nobody does. Nobody does. Shoot, I don't want to go to the hospital messing with you guys. Are you serious? I got things I gotta do and accomplish. I ain't got time to be sitting in no bed. I already look. I do enough of that at the house when I ain't got nothing to do. Shoot. That's why I don't. Hey, dear self. That's why I don't really too much care for that. I don't care. I don't care for that business here. And they really just love to have a franchise, which is cool. But I just think it just seemed kind of different. Maybe I just maybe it's because my taste buds has, or maybe I just got turned off from it because I was eating on it for so long. It was like my last resort because I wasn't finna walk down the street. Well, maybe um is that a mile? Yeah, probably like, yeah. I wasn't finna walk a mile to go to no Popeyes. You know, mm-mm. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Mm-mm. Look, I done already did it once before. No, I can't do it. And especially around this time when it's hot and humid. I'm tired of taking 2 and 3, 5, well, really just 2 baths, a day. Well, it's not bad, but I don't know. When you don't want to just continue to baths and you're going outside, it's like, damn, you're risking on getting sick because I don't get sick easily. So therefore, I wouldn't want to, speed that up. Speed the process up of me getting sick. That's why I'm very cautious on how long I'm gonna be outside, and really the temperature, because if the temperature's not right, I'm not gonna be right. My behind is gonna be in the house, in the AC, central air, central air and heat, baby. Yes, indeed. That's me all the day. I'm spoiled now because I don't know what it's like to go without that. Even though I do, but we got that shit turned right back the fuck on anytime that it went out. But hey, it was just me. That's me. That's just me. But I don't like being in no hot ass house. Ooh, I felt like it was just the end of the world. I mean, I felt like sick. I like, how do people go through this? Like, you want to stay in an abandoned house. I can understand if that's your only option, but man, or some people choose to do that. Just some people do choose to be a little homeless. Some do, not all of them. But I couldn't choose to live that lifestyle. Hell no. I couldn't choose to be trying to sell drugs and having to stay out. It was already enough with the street walking thing like that. When you have to do all that, you got to do a lot of walking. A lot. And when I tell you got to do a lot of walking, you got to walk up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but that is just a little bit of the truth that I lived in my life. But I'm not ashamed of it because it is what it is. But that's not me. That's not me today at all. But it's a lot of hours. It's a lot of hours. I can't do it, and that's why I'm so glad that whoever came and fixed the air that day, they saved us. Well, no, Jesus saved us, but they was able to help us. Let me reword. I got to reword myself. I got they helped us that day, and I was so happy because usually they are booked around July and June. And thank God that it was getting closer to the end. I want to say the end of July, you know. Oh, I was so worried. I'm like, my goodness, how can I do this? How can I make it? I feel like that man that sing that song. Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? That's one of my favorite songs by him. I love his voice. He has a really nice voice. The white boys be singing their asses off. I ain't gonna lie to you, some good ones out there that can sing. Like they don't sing like, well, some of them can sing like brothers, and some of them just sing like themselves. And there's some white girls out there that can sing too. I really do. I'm a little bit of a fan of a Taylor Swift a little bit, even though some of the songs are a little bit kind of kiddie, and I'm too grown to be listening, to really to be listening to that. But it is what it is. I got my faves. Like I said on that post, fun facts about me. I like women singers more than I like male singers, and I don't know why it's like that. But a lot of men that like men, they all some of them say the same thing. I guess it's something that we can relate to a woman about. I wonder what it is, but I guess I don't know. Maybe the softness in us, because some of us can be soft, and some of us can be a little harder than others. I'm just glad I'm not one of the harder than others, because, not saying that I'm a bitch, but I'm just saying, like, you got some gays out there that love to fight. They love to fight for no reason. That's why I would never ever be one of those silly ass niggas trying to get on the show just for some attention and on my phone. And I'm trying to build a brand off of that. Who wants to build a brand off of fighting all the time? Don't y'all niggas get tired? But I have to remember they're younger than I am. So I'm not trying. Now I don't want to sound old, but they are younger than I am, so they can they can shake it off. Me, I can't shake it off. I gotta wait. I gotta wait about maybe about 5 days, maybe a week or two. I do. It's the truth. And sometimes when you get old, you can't be doing all that tussling. That's why I let people talk. I am not finna be all, hurt because the first day you ain't gonna feel it, but the second day, and the third day, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, you gonna feel that shit. You sure is, baby. Well, the last time when I looked in high school, 2018, when I was 18. I got into I was 17, 2010. I was 17 and I got into a fight. And baby, when I tell you, I feel like I was fighting, I done fought the half of the damn school. Like I feel like I really fought like 2 people because my whole body was aching. Like my whole body was aching, and I didn't, I was using all of my, my energy trying to whoop somebody's ass because I was really in pain. And where the hell is this ride? Because I'm ready to go. It's already 6 o'clock. I don't like being behind time. When I say we gonna leave at a Pacific time, we need to be leaving at that Pacific time. I don't like waiting. Who has time for that? That's why I don't like being on. That's why I can never ever be on other folks' times, because when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. Now I can see if I'm invited and I have to, so I would have no other choice. I may get a lift, but all that have me waiting, I don't like that. That makes me irritated on the inside, and that make me have a bad mood towards you, and I don't like doing that. I really don't like having bad moods towards people that I like. So I just would suggest, come on, time, please give me the respect. Please, because I would do the same for you if I was in your shoes and I knew how to, get on that road and drive here and drive there. Not saying that I can't do it, but when I get there, I get there. I don't want to rush it and hurt myself, let alone somebody else. I'm just being smart about it. But you guys, I've been running my mouth a little bit too much, so it's time for me to get up and out of here. I know you guys have appreciated it, but it's time for me to get up and out of here so I can give me another glass of water. Because I'm waiting for a good old drink tonight. Since I've been here since 10, and now it's 6 going on 7. Okay, that's more pay for me though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm going up. Going up. I got to get me. That. Not being mean, but when it comes to anybody that needs your help, you have to get, you have to get paid right. That you have to. Ain't no I didn't have it this time. You know what? I gotta pay this off. No. I didn't pay my work off. I didn't put my work beside. I didn't put my work or whatever activity besides the work to the side for to go mess off. I came to your aid when you needed me. I could have lied and said I wasn't feeling well, because I do have moments where if I don't feel like being bothered, you guys, sometimes I may just say, I didn't sleep well. But it do be the truth. I don't be lying. But if I stay up a little bit too late, you need me? No, I can't do it today. Sorry, honey. I'll get you I will get you next time. Catch me on the next day. Is that wrong, you guys? Am I being deceitful? But I ain't gonna lie. I just don't be feeling like it. Sometimes my mood is up and down. I can't help that. That's just me. But you guys, I gotta go. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys listening. And please hit the like button so we can get more people and more traction to the channel, for good positive talk. None, I'm not really here for all that going back and forth. And it's like I said, I'm not watching anybody that has anything that's nasty to say about me. Let them talk. And please don't bring it my way, because if you do, I may have to block you, because you're gonna end up doing it again and again and again and again. Can you at least give me that respect? I'm only a small little channel. That's it. I ain't trying to be no big person like that, but I am who I am. I'm not downgrading myself, but at the same time, I don't want all that attention like that just for a few moments, and then maybe for a day or two, and then you don't see them anymore. Just to keep it real. But, you guys, I gotta go. You guys be blessed and not stressed. I'm out of here. I enjoyed this live. It was pretty good.